Yo, what's going on, guys? We are here. Jackson's about to join us. Oh my God, free agency was wild. I want to hear your thoughts down below. God dang, I did not expect all this to happen. We just got in. It's 9:30 Central Time. What a day, what a time. Did not expect. I mean, there has been so much news over the last 24 hours that I think, yes, it has been crazy to watch every single bit of it if you guys have been following it along like us. And Jackson has joined the stream. What is good?
Yeah.
Can we agree that, like, it was wild, but it wasn't too wild? Like, it wasn't, like, besides the KD stuff, like, it was kind of like, not melancholy, but anticlimactic. Like, nothing crazy happened.
I came to no climax.
Like I thought we were gonna see like some wild ass like signings, maybe like the DeAndre Ayton, but nothing really happened.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Like it seems like everyone did exactly what we were talking about. They kind of were like very cautious, and they were either going in this year or they were all going in for next year because so many short-term deals were signed. Everyone signed like a year or two deal.
Yeah. Even the Bulls got Drummy on a player option.
Yeah, dude, that was wild. Do you think it's because of next offseason, what we've been constantly saying?
100%. Yeah.
Because everyone's like, we're going to make more money next year.
Yeah, 100%. So I think it better to them if you can guarantee the money or if you can like set up the player. I think that, yeah, I think a lot of teams are just anticipating on spending a lot of money next offseason.
But it has to be that because, like, I felt like last year, basically the whole free agency ended after the first day.
Yeah, right. You had like I remember Lonzo right away, DeMar right away. Like that shit was. It's like a rush. It's like we're like drug addicts.
Yeah. But this year, literally, Shams tweeted out like the 6 contracts, and then it went like for half an hour before news broke for another contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that was cool. I thought that was cool.
Oh no, it was awesome, but like
refreshed. There's just bang, bang, bang.
But you just sat there and you were just like, okay, wait, this is no one. Like, obviously everyone's relevant who's getting signed, but it was like Isaiah Hartenstein,
Damian Jones,
Damian Jones, Malik Monk. It wasn't any of like that. None of the heavy hitters. Like Zach LaVine hasn't re-signed, but obviously he will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they dragged out Bradley Beal's re-signing to like everyone knew he was re-signing. Everyone was like, Bradley Beal might leave now. It was like, no, you're not passing up $251 million.
Yeah, people thinking he's leaving. Hey, what's up, Shade? What's up, Lees? Do you know that song? You know what? That song was like, "What's up, babe? What's up, me?" No, it's not. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
No, that is not.
I was like, you know what day it is? It's Friday. It's Dispensary Friday, dude.
Oh yeah, it's rec for you guys.
What?
It's not. It's rec.
Oh really?
It's not. It's illegal here.
That's.
I'm very cautious.
Are you really?
No, but specifically in the town I live is very liberal. So if you get caught, you get a citation. But like outside of this town, if you get caught, you're fucked.
In Lawrence, Kansas,
Lawrence, Kansas, you're fine. But if you get caught outside, because Lawrence, Kansas is very liberal. It's a very liberal city. You'll get a citation only if you get caught, unless like you have a bunch. But if you go outside, like you'll get a felony charge.
Jesus.
Yeah. So shout out Jalen Brunson.
Why?
You got that bag.
For ruining the Knicks?
You think the Knicks are ruined? They got themselves Mitchell Robinson and Jalen Brunson?
Well, they're not set. Sorry, I got a zit right here, and you can't pop these ones as good.
Dude, I have I don't get back knee, but I just woke up this morning and I was laying and I was like, what the fuck is on my back? And I have like like a I guess like a zit on my fucking back, and it's like on my shoulder blade, and I never get back knee, and I'm like fucking pissed because I
That's a
couldn't.
tough one because you can't even like pop it and see it. Like,
Yeah, and like it's actually kind of painful, so I just threw on some cream on there. I was like, fucking Christ. But what was your favorite signing?
Andre Drummond, the re-sign of Jayshawn Tate on a $7 to $8 million a year contract. I can't. I think that's gonna be the video. I've already started. I'm so excited. I don't know why to go get a bacon, egg, and cheese after this. I'm gonna go to the gym and then I'm gonna go play some golf and then I'm gonna get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And hopefully I don't miss too much. And then the first thing I do when I get home, I'm gonna make a Jayshawn Tate re-sign video. My favorite was Kyrie and Kevin Durant wreaking havoc. I saw some Rocket fans are throwing like a party to celebrate it. The destruction of the Nets. The thing is, the Nets will still be like solid. I mean,
You
even if
called
you're
it.
just what
You called it like a week ago that you
Yeah,
said the Nets were gonna blow up. You
I'm
said it
telling you,
like
dude.
last week.
I'm telling you, and this is an issue I've been dealing with just in our short time of doing this show. Is it's not always easy being this right. I tell my buddy Nick that I run golf ball with, and he gets really pissed off, but it's true. I mean, it's hard being this right sometimes. I can't wait for Kyrie to join LeBron, and I can't wait for Kevin Durant to go do something crazy. I never enjoyed them on the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. I think the idea was cool. I liked Kyrie in Brooklyn, but KD in Brooklyn, I view KD as like fake hard. So, oh my God, bro, that's so crazy.
Who? Andrew?
This guy Andrew used to come into all my rap live streams this past season, and he would literally just say "fuck the Celtics, go Raptors," and it became like a thing. And then I didn't hear from him for like the whole season, but his name still lived on. What was your favorite?
I think, first off, I'm happy that all these guys got their bags.
Oh my God, dude, we need to talk about that.
Nikola Jokic got his bag. Bradley Beal.
Karl Anthony Towns is the most paid.
Wait, what?
Karl Anthony Towns got like a 4-year, $226 million extension. This is the thing. People don't want to pay Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert's on a steal of a contract if you compare him to Karl Anthony Towns, who not only disappears in the playoffs, but also provides you with little to no defense. Next.
I love him. And Karl Anthony Towns, what? So he's the second highest paid player behind Nikola Jokic?
Yeah, I wonder if you just weren't born, if you didn't live in Minnesota for a measly 5 years, I wonder what your thoughts would be on this.
That is
true. I lived in Detroit for 5 years, but I actually like the Pistons, so I'd see where you're going.
Yeah, you understand. At least you got a championship in this century. 04.
Well, I was like 5. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Pistons like that because of the Bulls. It's just like a closet. It's more of like a closet rooting.
What's up, Mr. 81? And, well, for me, I think everyone getting their bag. But honestly, I kind of like the Portland Trailblazers getting Gary Payton II for 3 years, $28 million deals, bringing back Anthony Simons to a 4-year, $100 million. I feel like they're taking the cautious approach and just seeing what, like, not taking too big of a bite that they can chew, and just getting the best players that are available without overpaying.
Well, living here in Seattle, Portland's the only team we can really root for. So until we get the Seattle Supersonics back, Portland's my team. And no, I don't. I like the idea of the Gary Payton signing. If this was 1 year ago, I would think it was a better signing. I just think that, like, listen, these Blazers are a lot better than people think they're going to be. And it's so annoying because I would make Blazer videos at the trade deadline, and I was saying this. The Blazers are going to be better than you think. And Blazers are The Blazers are a good basketball team, but the issue is they lack size. And I like Gary Payton because you have Simons and Dame, which is just, it's barbecue chicken. If we're being real here on the defensive end, it's going to be barbecue chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that you go out and you get Gary Payton, but I feel like the money should have been allocated elsewhere, and I think they should target other players. Otherwise, you're looking at like Josh Hart at the 4 next season. So I really hope Portland isn't done yet because I like the Gary Payton move, but I'm worried about the money. Are you still going to be able to pay other players? Are you still going to be able to go out and make moves? So we'll see what happens, but I liked the idea. I liked the concept because, barbecue chicken, Anthony Simons, and Dame Lillard. I mean, that's just a walking career night for somebody like Jalen Green.
Oh, defensively, you're saying that they suck. That's why, they brought Gary Payton in for the defense. Well, I think they have a good mix of defense and offensive guys and two-way guys with Grant, Hart, Simons for offense, Gary Payton for defense, Damian Lillard to be the star. But for me, one thing that I'm gonna pivot and I found weird: why is the Brooklyn Nets re-signing everybody? They brought back Patty Mills. They brought back Nick Claxton. What are you guys doing? I thought this team's blowing up. Are you guys saying, like, we're just going to bring everybody back to see if this will make them say no to their trade request?
I think that Brooklyn isn't that bad. I think Ben Simmons, I've ragged on Ben Simmons on this podcast a lot. I'm sorry. I've ragged on Ben Simmons on this show before, this internet show. And it's actually, it is a show. It's not a podcast. Well, yeah. But I know I've ragged on him, but here's my thing with Ben Simmons. I would love to have Ben Simmons on my roster, but the reason I'm so hard on this cat now is because of what he did when he got to Brooklyn. So I just don't think you can win a finals championship with Ben Simmons and his current mindset. However, with that being said, he's a 3-time All-Star, defensive player. This is a future depoy right here. And he can do a lot for a team. So even if Kyrie and KD force their way out, and even if the return isn't anywhere near what Brooklyn is looking for, you're still going to be a solid basketball team. And also, Sean Marks should be fired ASAP.
What happens if they send Kevin Durant to a team like... I don't even know.
This is something I talked about in like my videos on my other channels where it's just such a bad look if he sends him somewhere where he doesn't want to go. It's just such a bad look. And so they're going to work hard to find somewhere that makes sense for everybody.
They're going to send him to the Western Conference.
I would hope.
I've literally said this before. What you need to do with Ben Simmons is you need to jerk Ben Simmons off, hit up Deshaun Watson in the Houston Texans, ask him which of those escorts massage therapists were willing to give the herky jerkies. Put Ben Simmons in a position where he's being loved and that he is going to be, like, no matter what he does, it's okay. It's okay. You can be the first option. Take 3-point shots. Okay, imagine Ben Simmons averaged 17 points a game, 7 rebounds and 7 assists without fucking shooting a 3-pointer. Imagine if he just shot 3 or 4 3-point shots, and he makes them in practice. So my thought process right there is easily a 20-point score. Okay, somebody go get this man jerked off. Make sure he feels that he's being loved, that the Nets are doing everything to cuddle him and to make sure he feels like they fucking love him. And then if shit doesn't come to fruition, there's the trade deadline. You just need his value to go up. You need his value to go up.
Who, Ben?
Ben. Okay? Just get him to, like, right now, build everything around him. Like I've said, build that confidence up. Suck his dick. Do whatever you need to do. Build his confidence up. And tell him to shoot 3-pointers because he can easily average 20 points a game. And if you guys are still not convinced with him, once he's reestablished his trade value to something that you can get some assets back, because they didn't really give up much to get him, trade him. But for my season is like, he needs... Okay, I don't know.
Shade, you're fucking you're in the 8th grade.
Who?
This guy's getting paid millions of dollars. He cannot have that excuse. You can't have that excuse. 1 year from now, if you're telling me that excuse, call me over. I'll fly out to Houston for a week, and I'll train you right, and we'll get you ready for the season. But no, Ben Simmons is really good at basketball. What the Brooklyn Nets need to do is you need to build your team around Ben Simmons, starting right now. And that means, as my buddy Arjun was pointing out yesterday, if you're really trying to win with Ben Simmons, you need to surround him with shooters. I just don't know if they're gonna get the star return. The I don't know if they're gonna get the return that they are anticipating for Kyrie or for Kevin Durant, but you can 100%. I mean, say Mikal Bridges goes to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can take you to the playoffs right there. That Ben Simmons can take just those who. I mean, Mikal Bridges might even ascend to a star if he gets out of Phoenix, but I think I was seeing that they wanted Booker or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck with that one. We'll see how this whole KD situation pans out. It's interesting. I thought it was interesting what Richard Jefferson was saying.
Aaron Holiday just signed with the Atlanta Hawks. Good evening, my man from the Philippines. How you doing? Oh boy, but Aaron Holiday to the Hawks. I think the Hawks are going to be dangerous.
Who gives a shit?
The Hawks are going to be freaking loaded.
They lost DeLon Wright. That was tough.
Yeah, and they just got Aaron Holiday, who is more of a point guard. DeLon Wright's more of a two guard with point guard like skills.
Okay, that's
also DeLon Wright. What
not
team
better with Aaron Holiday.
I like Aaron Holiday. I think he can be a 40% 3-point shooter who comes off the bench, gives you 7 points, like 4 assists, and for 15 minutes a night, and a steal. I like Aaron Holiday. I think that's a good pickup by the Atlanta Hawks.
Free my guy Sharif. Oh yeah, Bruce Brown to the Nuggets.
When did that happen?
Like, I think Malika Andrews dropped it like 30 minutes ago.
Good for them. Good for them. Bruce Brown. That's something that they needed. More of a defensive like guy. Bull is re-signing with the Orlando Magic. You're not a Bull guy?
I mean, no, but shouldn't he go somewhere he's gonna play?
So the argument right now with the Orlando Magic is the fact that they are building up depth and continuity with their team. That's why they brought back Mo Bamba. That's why they brought back Gary Harris. I made a video that I was kind of confused about the Orlando Magic offseason, like free agency plan. But as we've seen, they just kept bringing guys back, and they're stressing continuity and depth. And Bull, yes, they have, Mo Bamba. Yes, they have Mo Wagner. Yes, they have Wendell Carter Jr. Yes, they have Jonathan Isaac. But Bull, you throw him on a 1-year deal, maybe partially guaranteed. That's not that big of a risk because you're taking a chance on a guy who could play small forward, could play power forward, could play center. He arguably can guard 3 through 5. He can be a rim protecting guy. He could be a poor man's taller version of Andrew Wiggins, what he did for the Warriors if you really develop him correctly. Obviously, Bull, from what it seems like everyone who's been around him since his Bishop Miage days back here in Kansas says he's a little cocky and arrogant. Again, this is allegedly. I don't personally know the guy, but I truly do believe that if you look at him, Bull, in theory, on the Orlando Magic could make the right impact. Do you like that, or are you against the idea of Bull entirely?
Yeah, he's a buzz to me. I don't. That's all I got.
I think with Bull. Okay, let me give my last rant on Bull. Is the fact that Bull, if you look at him play, it's the problem with him is that every time he's came onto the court, especially when he was on the Nuggets, because we didn't see him on the Celtics or the Magic, was that they would have to put a zone defense out onto the floor. And if you guys understand, teams are reluctant to play a zone defense because it's very easy to penetrate. And plus, if you have to play zone defense to have one player on the floor, it means that player is horrendous at defense. That you literally have to play zone to to make it work. And also the problem with Bol is when we'd see him, he literally wanted to be this shot blocking only guy who just waited for the perfect time to anticipate a block. And I don't know. I mean, I like Bol, and I've always wanted him to be great. Like he was phenomenal at Oregon in those like what was it, 3-10 games he played. But all in all, I think the problem with Bol has been that maybe mindset or just the strength or his body hasn't been able to take the impact that's been needed. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just too hype on Bol.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not a Bol guy.
No.
I mean, he was cool when he was coming out, and he fell to the second round because I believe it was from a heart condition. And this guy had always shown like the potential to be decent. He just got stuck on the wrong timeline on a championship contending team on the Nuggets. Then he was sent to the Celtics as just like for compensation. And then after that, he was sent to the Magic and just stayed there. I think this is the best chance. Well, it's his last chance. It's his last chance. And if he doesn't do anything about this, he's probably going to be playing overseas in China or in the EuroLeague or even in the NBL like Thon McCurr. That's also crazy to think about Thon McCurr. How big of a bust do you think Thon McCurr, he must have been overage, but I just hope Bol, everything comes to fruition and he balls out for the Orlando Magic and becomes a decent rotation player at the very least. That's what I hope for. But Thon McCurr, you remember him?
I'm still a fan of Thon Maker, but yeah.
Thon McCurr?
Thon Maker, yeah.
I thought it's McCurr.
Yeah, but Maker's cooler.
Dude, he can't even play. Like, he's in Australia, and he still sucks in Australia.
Damn. He's getting the Kai Soto treatment.
Dude, some people are so pissed off about Kai Soto. I've also had multiple people comment. They're like, I am unsubscribing. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. Like, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, that was the downside of this, but even my Lakers video from 4 days ago, it's got 100K. It's still getting a couple thousand a day. So it's like, I'm just cashing checks and banging broads and
I don't know how. I have never had a video hit 100K. I've gotten close, but never.
I didn't either until I figured out Kai Soto, and I've gotten like 3, and it's been crazy. It's crazy. Just getting channels monetized left and right.
Left and right.
We got the Warriors one coming this weekend, hopefully.
Dude, so any people that you're still waiting to hear where they're gonna get signed or traded? Who do you think's still available that you're waiting for them to get signed?
I'd have to see a list. Honestly, I have no idea.
Just search up NBA free agents still available. You fucking cunt.
Yeah. Oh, Colin Sexton. That's for sure.
Yeah, what I thought Colin Sexton was gonna go like yesterday. That's another guy that I thought, hey, weren't we gonna see Colin Sexton get traded?
KD to the Knicks. Oh, DeAndre Ayton. I think I saw something that some team can just offer DeAndre Ayton and they would screw the Suns over. Miles Bridges. I think Kevon Looney's probably about to sign with
the Warriors.
Yeah. TJ Warren I'm interested in.
Supposed to be Heat.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I would love if he went to the Bulls. Who gets traded first, Kyrie or KD?
Kyrie.
Yeah, probably Kyrie.
Supposedly Lakers are literally moving earth and stone to try to get him over.
Oh, Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, okay. Shout out Jabari Smith. Okay, I'm also will mention. I think Miles Bridges. If you guys, again, this is all allegedly, and there have been a statement released by his wife And it's pretty bad if everything is true. And this is why I think until there's more of a clear picture, right? Miles Bridges might be signed a little later than expected.
Oh, Miles Bridges just lost all his money.
You think so?
Unless it gets, unless he
Settled?
gets, yeah, unless it gets figured out immediately, I would say 100% he lost majority of his back. I would be surprised if Miles Bridges played basketball again in the league. Like I
You think
would,
it's that bad?
I would be pretty surprised. I
Morning,
think what's
Aaron.
different about her is that she has like those medical statements.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
so
fucked.
I'm not a lawyer, but that can't be
Allegedly,
good. Yeah,
allegedly, if this situation is looking like the way all the information's coming out, you're gonna have to
then
wait.
he's fucked. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
completely fucked.
you're
I
gonna
don't
have.
think he would play another game.
I I don't know what's gonna happen. It's a very dark area, and I think Miles Bridges' contract's gonna wait a little longer.
And I wouldn't be surprised though if they just gave him a slap on the wrist though at the same time.
Allegedly.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Deshaun Watson's about to be done for the year, but that's
Well, no, supposedly they're gonna do 6 to 8 games.
yeah, and that's straight bullshit. If like I don't know about the whole Deshaun Watson situation, it seems extremely greasy. Um,
Seems like a sexual predator.
yeah, it seems extremely greasy, and if you don't, if any of it is true, and you don't suspend him for the whole season, I don't think that's a good look for the NFL. Not that people will care about this honestly in 3 years, which is the worst part about it, but um, like I don't know if you remember Ray Rice, like when that video leaked. I mean, that was it. That was it
Yeah.
right there.
Well, the worst part with Ray Rice is he had such a good personality off the field that he also didn't lie about it, but they did damage control, and then he got fucked when the video was released. Because remember, it happened, and 6 months later, nothing happened, and then the video got released,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he got basically screwed because he lied
think
about
he,
it.
I think he might have made a comeback, but there's no way it
No, he
worked.
never made a comeback. Nobody gave him a shot.
Oh, so was the comeback trying to claw his way before that video dropped?
Basically, he was fine. Then the video dropped. He was suspended. Then he was reinstated, and he tried to rebuild his image because he was like a huge person. Like he came to my middle school and talked out at my middle school. He was really big about anti-violence.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
They say the loudest or the quietest or whatever that saying goes.
yeah, pretty pretty wild to think about though. But
Yeah, it's tough. I wanted him to get. I thought he was, a cool guy, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't
yeah.
definitely put a damper on the vibe late last night. I guess.
So going to this list that Jabari put up here, James Harden, Zach LaVine, and who else? I would say, yeah, Zach LaVine, Kevon Looney, James Harden are all going to re-sign with their respective teams. At this point, Miles Bridges' best bet is to accept that qualifying offer and go back to Charlotte for one more year. Supposedly, Yosef Nurkic is returning to the Portland Trailblazers. The Raptors want DiVincenzo. Dude, DeMarcus Cousins is who the freaking Nuggets chose to sign instead of re-signing DeAndre Jordan instead of DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why or how DJ is still in the league. Sorry, DJ, but
He had a great
I,
run, but
I genuinely don't know how he's still in the league.
I would I just think it's so disrespectful with so many other players because at this point there are players who are better than DeAndre Jordan in the NBA. I'm surprised by the amount of guards still.
Boogie's all right. I'll say that. Boogie's all right. Like, Boogie, when he's scoring, is really dope, but that man is a walking liability on the defensive end. When he was with Houston, it was cool, but it got old pretty fast as far as like if you're trying to win actual basketball games. But I think he improved a lot from his tenure in Houston. So
Yeah, no, I
pretty
think What are you gonna say?
I think you might have to like if you're gonna give him a solidified bench role, you're gonna have to give him a solidified bench defender to pair him with, which I don't
Yeah,
know,
I think
kind of a lot of work.
yeah, I think it is interesting to see where he is because I don't even know. Like there's so many like I don't know what's the best thing to do right here because a lot of people don't realize is these guys who are just one dimensional are becoming kind of useless. Like you need to play some defense, but you need to be able to shoot. You got to have like two skills to be in the NBA. It's not anymore you can just be a specialist. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think specialist is. I can see both sides wanting more specialized guys and then taking like the Raptors approach, going a little multi. Um, I think you're going to have to do one or the other, though. I think if I were to build a team, I'd either have a bunch of specializers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I ran a basketball team right now, I would definitely take the Masai and OKC route. I don't think people realize, like, I'm not saying it's not hard to draft 3 Hall of Famers because I feel like that goes without saying that that's like a difficult task.
Yeah.
But it's possible. And I'm pretty sure I said this after the draft. Or this might have been, I might have just said this on video. There were some picks in the draft, like even in the first round, where I'm like, I don't know too much about college basketball. I don't know too much about these prospects. So maybe if you feel the same, then I have some thoughts on this. But then I have even stronger thoughts. But my take is that some of these people drafting have no, like, literally not an idea in the slightest what they're doing. And so that's when I think when you see guys like Raphael Stone, Sam Presti, et cetera, draft who they draft and then the couple years pan out, it's just like there's levels to this because there's some picks where I don't think these guys know who they're taking or what they're taking. And it makes me think of the Spurs, OKC. OKC took 3 straight Hall of Famers, 3 straight seasons. They took 3 Hall of Famers. San Antonio, 3 Hall of Famers, 5 years. So I think it's possible. Now I'm in this tangent of just homegrown drafting players, but um, I'd
I
love to be a
think
GM because I think a lot of these guys just don't know who they're taking.
there's different approaches because like let's say the Denver Nuggets with the 30th pick in the draft, they drafted Peyton Watson who is 19 and he was the most one of the most raw players in the draft, but because he was 19 years old and a former 5-star recruit, it's just it's okay, you got to understand there's three ways you approach the draft. You approach the draft is you look at a player like a Bruno Caboclo or a Giannis, and you're like the potential off of this player if he physically develops correctly and can learn how to shoot the ball is off the roof. Then you look at a guy who is you would say is a little bit more pro ready. So there's three types. You take potential, pro ready, or a mix of both. So that's why sometimes you see 22-year-olds get drafted because those teams are like, that guy can come in and be the ninth guy off the bench day one. And then they draft guys who are high in potential because they're either going to just throw him out there and have him play as much as possible, or they're going to have him sit on the bench and go to the G League for a few years. Or they want a guy who's in between that we saw with like the Moses Moody, the Jonathan Kumingas, that by the end of their rookie season, playoff time, they can come in and play 10, 15 minutes a night. I just think it's all about situational, you know? Like it's all whatever. Again, also like GMs, there's like they have like six guys, six different scouts giving them their big boards. The GMs themselves have their big boards. So it's at the end of the day, it's like a group decision. You can't go and pen one person unless you hear a story that that person said they're drafting that guy no matter what the fuck anyone else said.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but at the end of the day, no, I don't. I see what you're saying, but I don't think that applies for all teams. Like, I think to my Bulls, I don't think we knew what we were doing. I don't. If I was in the draft, I don't even know which route I would take. I would probably go with the more potential guys, but These are Rocket fans dropping these.
These are Rockets fans. Does it?
We could have
I
signed.
wanted Mo Bamba to go as an Orlando Magic fan. I wanted Mo Bamba to go to Houston to get more playing time, but a bunch of my Houston Rockets, I'm not Houston, Orlando Magic fans said the reason they did that is they're trying to build continuity. But I don't know. I thought Mo Bamba would have been perfect in Houston.
I'm sure he would have been nice. I don't. I'm still just preaching. Don't do anything. I mean, there's no reason to. I mean, there's just no reason to. I'd give Uzman another year. See if he
Hmm.
can be a backup center. If he can't, free agency. Same goes KPJ. Give Kevin another year. Is he our future point guard? No.
What is?
All right.
Why do so many people hate Kevin Porter Jr. as from a Rockets perspective?
Well, he's very raw still. I would say he just started playing point guard 2 years ago. He just finished his first season as a Rocket fan, or as a Rocket, or first full season. I think people see. I think a lot of people watched the first half of the season and didn't watch the second half. And in the first half, I forget exactly his stats, but it was like 12 and a half points or like 11 and a half points. Like it was bad with, low turnover or low assist numbers, horrible shooting splits, horrible 3-point shooting, terrible turnovers, like 4 turnovers a game. And then as the season starts going on, Houston Rockets are clearly not making the playoffs because there was thought that the Rockets would make the playoffs at the start of last year. Once
Hmm.
that became clear that wasn't going down, Jalen Green wasn't getting much work in with Silas's system with Tice playing the 5, Tate playing the 3, Wood at the 4. There was too much cloggage, and Green wasn't playing well, and I think people started to stop watching the games, and that's when KPJ started to go off. And so KPJ started balling out kind of around his incident, and that's why a lot of Rocket fans don't like him either, is because he had that incident where they were down 20 to the Denver Nugget, literally only 20 points to the Denver Nuggets.
Uh huh.
Things were going bad, and KPJ looks like he kind of had like not an anger attack, but like almost like a hissy fit. Something went down, and KPJ left, and he left the arena at halftime, and Rock
All
fans
the
were pissed. But then he was like, "I was told to leave," and then he called every player and every coach on the team, I think, is what I heard, and
so
apologized.
So correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like Kevin Porter Jr. has like temper tantrums or like anger
Yeah,
management
he
problems.
does have anger
Allegedly,
management. Yeah, he's got bad like anxiety, temper issues. He's got
because I
it's
know
all
he
mental.
he had a rough childhood. I know he had a very rough childhood growing up.
His dad died really young.
Yeah, I remember that because there was the whole controversy with the announcer.
Yeah, you're stupid, bumfuck announcers.
That was just, I think, an accident, a legit
Yeah, I think
accident.
so too.
He
Yeah,
thought Kevin Porter Jr. was the son of Kevin Porter, an
I thought that
NBA.
for a very long time. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was an NBA. Like, I honestly understood it, but either way, damn,
we're
that
not
was
NBA
rough.
announcers, so we don't need
Yeah,
to know technically.
but yeah, no. So yeah, Kevin Porter. Because correct me if I'm wrong. He was trade or released or traded from
He
Cleveland
was,
because he started a food fight.
yeah, there was a bunch of shit going down. Food fight. Um, People say he like threw all of his shit out of his locker, but I think the real story is like I don't know any of the real stories with KPJ. That's why I don't judge him, and I don't have
Oh yeah, I don't.
like
I take it with a grain of salt. You
because
know.
apparently when the Cavs traded for Jay Crowder, he took his locker, and so that's why he threw what he threw and made a mess in the locker room or something. But I would imagine like maybe he just made a mess at his locker and it was just out of anger because they traded for Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder took his locker and they didn't tell him, and so yeah, you're gonna be upset about just not being in the loop.
Yeah. You see this? Brian Windhorst just came up with the weirdest conspiracy theory on First Take about the Nets and the Jazz. Tell us about it down below. Are they saying that? Oh, because I did have a comment that the Jazz might be an option for Kevin Durant.
No way, dude. I liked the guy who reported what we've been kind of talking about. You've been preaching like blow up,
Didn't
like
Donovan Mitchell put a trade request into yesterday?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I know the Heat made a pitch or an offer.
Oh, that's what it was. That was what it was. That they formally put in a
By the
offering.
way, why is Udonis head?
Yes, why did they make him do a free agency pitch
Put
for
him on,
Udonis
give him a
Haslam?
coaching job.
Or give him a
Give him a
two-way
coach.
contract so you can have an extra
Yeah,
roster space and have him go
he
to
still
the. You know
wants
how?
paid.
But
Just
imagine,
give him
just
a coach.
give him a coach or make him a two-way contract. So if you want him to play in some NBA games, he can stick around the NBA team, but he can also stick around your G League team and do a little bit of both. But why give him a freaking roster spot?
That's why you haven't won anything since LeBron.
Damn, you're mean.
Just honest.
All right, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If Jimmy Butler hit that three-pointer, they might be NBA champions.
They're not NBA champions. No. I'm Kabasha, but yeah, technically they could have made the NBA Finals, beating the no-show Tatum and Co.
I mean, we both agreed that was the right shot. Everyone I've talked to, like even I had a job interview and I was talking with the station director and he agreed with me. You want your superstar, your highest paid player, not to go for the tie, to go for the win. You want the dagger. You don't want to play
We
it.
should go back and man, one of these days, I hope like one of these days people like clip all of our takes and stuff. You know how like you'll just be on Twitter, you'll see some old ass Skip Bayless, Stephen A take, and it's either like perfect or that it's getting clowned.
Mm-hmm.
I hope people do that for us one day. Or I hope we have like someone makes like a compilation of best moments from the show. Like that'd be like I'd watch that right now. But
It's bad.
I think we talked about this. Like Jimmy Butler is tired as fuck. Like he just put his team on his back all game, all second half, most in the fourth quarter, and you want the guy who's red hot to take the shot. You have
Mm-hmm.
numbers, so I can see both arguments to it. And yeah, there's like 30 seconds left. Your best player, 20 seconds left. Your best player's done everything he can, and he might not last in overtime, or he might not be playing at the level he's playing. And
Oh
old
yeah.
man Kyle Lowry, guys aren't helping him out.
Yeah, it's freaking. I don't know. Kyle Lowry, like I really wanted them to get John Wall, and they didn't. But I think it's
Mitchell would
interesting.
be cool.
Yeah, and also supposedly how because they can't trade Bam Adebayo, and Kevin Durant said he wants to play with our man Jimmy Butler. So I find that interesting how that all would work.
He would be definitely interesting. You'd have what I don't even know, Tyler Hero, Duncan.
Mm.
PJ was like nice little trade fodder, so they
Yeah,
lost out.
but I still don't get when we look at this. Like, couldn't the Nets just say "fuck you" to both then Kyrie and Kevin Durant and just keep them on the roster?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Richard Jefferson said this reminded him of the Kobe trade where like I don't know where you like the issue with Kobe is you don't know like if he's gonna go somewhere where they're gonna be better. So that's what he was saying with KD is like if you're going somewhere, if they're gonna send you somewhere where there's no star or there's no all star, potential even all star, then what are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't know how Kyrie and KD can still play together, but I'm
they're
not a
best friends,
mathematician. I know, but
supposedly.
I don't know how. Like, you see the reports that they find their way in LA. Like,
Yeah,
the
they want to
Nets
go to
don't want
LA,
Russ.
or they're trying to find a way to be traded together to another team. They
Yeah, so
want
I don't know how logistically that even works, but
Sean. I don't get what's the conspiracy that Royce O'Neal being traded for only a first round pick is the reason Danny Ainge and the Nets. Like I don't get this. Do you? What he's trying to
who gives
say?
up a first round pick for Royce O'Neal? I
I
get
would.
Royce
I
is
would.
underrated. I
Royce
get
is.
he's underrated. Christian Wood, 20 and 10, put it in pain. Couldn't even get more than 26.
But Royce O'Neal's making like 9 million a year. Pretty.
Christian Wood's making 12, and he's significantly better.
Jalen Green's changing his number back to 4.
Thank God, that's why I got this tattoo. I'm just kidding. But thank God, that's super.
4 is my lucky. 4 and number 9 are my lucky numbers.
Oh, nice.
What are yours?
6 and 9. No, I don't know.
But I gotta piss. 1 second. Carry this. I gotta pee. I've been holding a pee in for like 5 minutes.
That's all good. right, let's psychoanalyze the back of this man's drop board. I do this every day. I don't know what to talk about actually here. Sounds like he's got a good stream going. Hey, Deverick. How do you like the re-signing Jay Sean Tate back to the Houston Rockets? Oh, it's a strong stream. I love it. I was just talking about this earlier. I'm about to go hit the gym, play some golf,
The
get a
perks
nice
of having the
bagel.
master bedroom. The toilet
And,
is right next to me.
Oh, that's your bedroom? I thought you were in like this studio.
No, this is my bedroom. My bed is.
Deal.
I have a master bedroom in my apartment, so
Mhm.
walk-in
Well,
closet game.
I was telling Deverick, I was talking about this earlier. Jay Sean Tate signings an A+, 10 out of 10, $8 million. That's such a steal. Like that was like we were talking about this yesterday, and that was like the low ball. Like
Yeah, because I said
like,
I said Royce O'Neal money, 4 year, $36 million, which
Yeah.
was like basically $8 million a year or $9 million a year, whatever it is.
I guess that makes sense that he's getting paid a little less, but
Yeah,
I
because he
think
can't
that'll-
shoot.
yeah, I don't think that'll last long though. I'm actually pretty hopeful Tate's 38% second half 3-point shooting is gonna have some type of carryover.
Yeah, what do you think about the Lakers?
Like I'd give him the ring already.
I think those were good moves, because they already have 12 guys on the roster.
Yeah, dude, they're looking pretty good. I mean, JTA, Damian Jones,
Max Christie.
yeah. I'm like those two free agent pickups pretty low key. Lonnie Walker
Low key six
was probably like the best they could have done.
man. And then the fourth guy was Lonnie Walker, Damian Jones, JTA, and I'm forgetting the fourth guy. There was another guy. Troy Brown Jr.
Yeah, TBJ. Like
great two-way guy.
He's a good two-way guy. I was really excited when the Bulls got him, but he didn't actually do jack. We didn't play him much, but he didn't do jack for us somehow. Yeah, I like Lonnie the most out of that. We'll see. I said, what did I say? I said yesterday, KD, THT, and 27 first for KD get it done, but Kyrie will be on the Lakers very soon, so it's gonna
You
be
think
very
so?
cool. Yeah.
Kevin Knox and Marvin Bagley to the Pistons.
Oh, Marvin, they got Marvin again. Nice.
Yeah.
Kevin Knox doesn't. I was very hopeful for Kevin Knox when he came into the league, and that's kaboshed. As far as star.
You know, there's been a lot of re-signings, which I like. It seems like people are either getting re-signed long-term to decent deals or taking a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal. Like, I didn't expect Tyus Jones to... Like, that was surprising. Tyus Jones to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I really like what people are saying about the Grizzlies.
I think the Grizzlies did a great job.
Oh, they're about to blow off. They're about to be like maybe the 6th seed if they're lucky. That ship sailed.
Aaron, that was a good pun. He's Knox good. That was a good pun. You're a punny man.
They lost very critical players.
Who?
Like Kyle Anderson was a guy I really wanted the Bulls to get. Tyus Jones was a huge bring back.
Kyle Anderson was fine. Slow-mo was... They had to get rid of Slow-mo. Open up minutes for Brandon Clark.
Boo. Triple J going down. That man is not... These injuries are... The Grizzlies are fucked.
No,
and you can't win.
Fine.
You can't win with Ja Morant. You can't show me one time in history it's been done. It's never been done. I'll stand by until it happens. You can't win with the uber athletic point guard. You just can't. Russell Westbrook, D Rose. I know there hasn't been too many, but it's not winnable.
Dude, no, I definitely think that this is a team that the Grizzlies, they're going to take the next jump. They needed just to open up playing time for Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Xavier Tillman, all the big guys they drafted.
They need a star. Unless Dylan Brooks is about to hold it down.
What about the Jaren Jackson Jr. news?
That's what I'm saying is this team is going to go downhill so fast. Steven Adams isn't going to work as it was exposed in the playoffs. It's never going to work. Ja Morant's never going to work. Desmond Bane's really dope, but you're gonna have to get rid of Desmond Bane or Dylan Brooks if you want any type of. And I'd get rid of Triple J as well, and I'd run with Brandon Clark.
Let's go over DeJounte Murray for a second. The Hawks. Did you think the Hawks took that step?
100%.
If you had to
100%.
rank them right now, what would their seed be in the East? I think they're the fourth seed or the fifth seed at least.
Yeah, I'd 4 or 5.
I don't think they're like up there with what the Bucks, the Heat. I think
And
are
Celtics, I think
yeah
they're right
right
with Sixers got good as well, but I think
yeah. I think those are the five best teams in any order: Sixers, Heat, Bucks, Celtics, Hawks. And then I would say the sixth best team is maybe the Knicks.
I'm gonna give it to my Bulls, but
Oh, the Bulls. Yeah, I'd go Bulls. I think the Atlanta Hawks and the Bulls are at the same level right now.
yeah, I don't think the Hawks like necessarily. I think they took the jump from going from a deteriorating, solid enough team.
To back to being a
Miami Heat
playoff
as
team.
well. Yeah, I think they got back to what they were, but I still have defensive concerns with them. I still have defensive concerns with the backcourt. I still
You
have concerns with DeAndre Hunter. I still have concerns with John Collins, and I Clint
who
Capella, same thing. Those guys don't move it for me.
okay. I know last year was a bad year, but what if I think if they can just play similar to how they played when the year they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I know that's like I said like you could say that about anybody, but if they can play 90% of that, 80% of that, I think that's still a really good. Yes, Aaron Barton, they need more moves. Yes, they need to make more moves. I think a great thing is Deverick Grant said the Hawks need a Swiss Army knife. Imagine Bruce Brown would have been perfect for
Ooh,
them.
Bruce Brown would have been nice. Yeah, I like
Because
that. Or even
he would have
Royce.
been a yeah, even a Royce. They need a guy who can back up not only DeAndre Hunter, but could come in for John Collins and play small forward and power forward and be the Swiss Army knife who comes in and is like the defensive tone setter. Or even as a backup point guard, Pat Beverly would have been cool.
Ooh, yeah.
They need that kind of like dog guy that when they're playing shit defense, he comes in and he's literally yelling like, "Get your fucking head in the game! Like fucking play defense. Don't fucking be all lackadaisical with your dick in your hand."
That's why I like DeLon right there.
I get you, but
Alex Caruso.
dude, Caruso, do you think last year, like, do you think his play style is the reason why he gets hurt so much?
Well, uh, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't.
He's never played 82 games.
I mean, the reason he got hurt this last year was because of Grayson Allen. So,
Oh fuck,
but like that's
dude.
his play style is to be in situations like that. So I no, I don't think he's that clumsy. I think that Grayson Sitch was just bad luck.
Don't get me wrong. Like I personally like I would want Grayson Allen on my basketball team
I
off the
would too,
bench
100%.
because that's like you want douchebags like Aaron Barnes said. You want douchebags on your team because like you don't want to play against douchebags, but you want the douchebags to be on your team. Everyone loves a
Yeah.
douchebag. Everyone loves a douchebag who can hit 3 pointers and played hard nosed defense. Like Dylan Brooks is that douchebag for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, and there's guys like Giannis. Like Giannis isn't. I have. I like Giannis's competitive edge. Chris Paul. I think both of them are dirty players. I
No,
think
I
both
don't
of them
think
are
Chris
very
Paul.
dirty players. Chris Paul is a very, very, very dirty player, and that's why I hate that little cocksucker.
What has he done dirty? I
He's a
thought Chris,
dork. He's a dork who can't win. I just can't give any credit to Chris
I
Paul.
don't. I
He's
think
a
Matthew Dellavedova, Caruso, Grayson Allen,
Delhi.
Dillard Brooks, all those guys, they're just scrappy guys. And I know someone's gonna be like, you only call them scrappy because they're white. I mean, I mentioned a few guys who aren't white, but like, I think they're guys in the term scrappy is that they dive, like they put their bodies on the line, game in, game out. Like they play with the idea of nothing to lose, that they're gonna literally fucking die for their team on the court every single night. Like,
there's a line though.
dude, Matthew Dellavedova. I'll go grab my Matthew Dellavedova Cavaliers jersey right now. Okay, he was wheeled out of a fucking NBA Finals game in a fucking gurney. Okay, he fucking defended Steph Curry so hard that they had to wheel him out. Oh yeah, Pat Beverly is that guy too, that douchebag you want on your team. And Matthew Dellavedova was so dehydrated they had to put him on a gurney and take him to the hospital in an ambulance because he was so dehydrated because he locked up Steph, and then they lost the finals. But like, I believe.
Believe Lynn.
Believe Lynn.
Otto to Toronto. I love that move a lot.
The Toronto Raptors, I think, have had one of the best free agencies. I talked with Mike Luciano of the Raptors Rapture a month ago, and he told me I expect the Raptors to do nothing. They're going to bring back the same team and they just need more depth. And that's what they're doing. They're bringing back all the same guys, and they're building up depth on that team because their problem was they were playing 7 guys 30-plus minutes a night.
Yeah.
This is the dope lineup.
What line?
KPJ, Jalen Green. What's your thoughts of Josh Christopher? Josh Christopher.
I like Jacob. This better not be the lineup next year. I'd flip Jabari and Tate if I had to run these starting 5.
Yeah, I like Tate better at the 4.
Tate's a walking liability at 3. Tate can't play 3, and that's why he should come off the bench. Eric Gordon will be the starter, and then I'm hoping.
You don't think he's getting traded?
Absolutely not. I wish. And then I think Tari and Jabari will be like kind of like an interchangeable 3-4. We'll see though. I like Jacob a lot. He really put on. I mean, he played like 79 games. No one was or 70. He played 73 exact games. Nobody was expecting that. I was not expecting that. So that was cool. I'm sad they just lost Trevelyan Queen, G League MVP, but shit happens.
Dude, let me share something. Joe Tsai, look at this.
Joe Mama.
No.
That's my name on every like Red Dead, MLB. Joe Mama.
Joe Mama.
It's just because it's always Joe Random, so all I have to do is just change the last name to Mama.
I don't know how.
Hey, fuck you.
No, I'm trying to see if I can. I'm just gonna share my screen.
Whoa, I can share my screen too. That's sick.
Look at this shit. Joe Tsai, the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. Oh my God, of course it fucking refreshed. But he said right here, Joe Tsai would rather have a team that plays hard, that he's proud to own, that wins 4. I choked on my saliva. Joe Tsai would rather own a team that plays hard and wins 40 games and fights for a playing spot than have a team that has more talent and that he's not proud of owning. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. We're wrapping up on this hour. What are your thoughts? What do you think's going to happen today? What else? Before we say goodbye, I want to hear your thoughts. Like and subscribe, guys. We're live Monday through Friday, 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern, 8:30 Mountain, 7:30 Pacific.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
They'd have to want AD.
I guess
almost everything. Like
they basically, and if they want to keep Anthony Davis and LeBron James, Listen to this. I thought about this last night. I don't know how NBA rules work about this. What if they said you can have every single player on the roster, not named James or Davis, that is tradable, and then we'll attach every single pick for the next 10 years that's tradable?
No. Just give him AD, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and a first and a second. And let's get this deal done. And Russ, sorry.
Imagine if they had KD, Kyrie, Davis, and LeBron on the team, and then they just went out and signed a bunch of veteran minimum contracts. Their team would look like those 2K rosters when you play with an all-time classic team. And you know, like how always when you play with the all-time classic team, they have the 10 players, and then 5 of the players are those auto-gen bald
Yeah, it's
guys.
just auto. It's just straight bombs. It's like
That's literally
Smith.
would be. They would have like 9 guys who are good, and then you would have like maybe 2 players you've heard of, and then it would literally just be a bunch of G Leaguers. They'd still win a championship with that starting 4. I don't even get if KD, Kyrie, LeBron, and Davis were all healthy for a playoff run. I don't give a fuck who's sharing the court with them. Like you can't. No one's beating that if they're trying.
Yeah. I mean, if they actually traded away Russ and AD for Kyrie and KD, I would literally just get defensive-minded players.
Yeah. Also, what happens with? Do you think Greg Popovich or Steve Nash are gonna retire? Steve Nash doesn't want to rebuild. Doesn't want to rebuild, and Greg Popovich.
Steve Nash retired. Didn't he just start?
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be his fourth season.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
No.
I don't fucking know.
Steve Nash is like all right. I don't. Actually, I don't know. I just don't. I don't think retiring after like 3 years is like that cool. But no, I don't think Popovich is done. He's waiting. He's waiting for his Hall of Famer Vic. So.
You think so?
Yeah. Steve Nash. I didn't even think about that. What happens to Steve Nash if they trade Kyrie and KD? He's saying I don't want to coach a rebuilding team. Do they want to have you on a rebuilding team? I don't know. So
no, 100%.
Were you even the guy for the job? I don't
know. Monday is going to be an interesting episode as we get 3 full days of NBA action that we won't be discussing on here till Monday, but it'll be awesome. So if you guys have any questions, get those out now, but we're wrapping up. Any last thoughts from you?
In Ralph we trust. Go Seattle.
I think there's going to be a bunch of names we see. Hopefully DeAndre. I honestly think the Kevin Durant trade will happen on July 4th.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, 100%.
That's sick.
That's
Cool.
when 6 years pass by, he repeats it. Again, guys, as always, be a friend and tell a friend if you enjoyed the show. If you did not enjoy the show, just forget you ever fucking watched it. And then we are live Monday through Friday. Like and subscribe. Turn those notification bells on. We are live Monday through Friday, 9:30. If you guys miss an episode, go check out us on the stream, on the podcast. All these internet shows are put on the podcast right after we leave. And yeah, I got nothing else besides I want to see some fucking trades.
Just a couple more days. Kyrie to Lakers, KD to Golden State. Just a couple more days. We'll make it.
Again, guys, like and subscribe or follow if you're listening on a podcast. I don't fucking know. Be a friend, tell a friend, and if you didn't like it, forget you fucking watched it. I'll talk to you I'll probably text you, but like I'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, see ya.
Be safe, bud.
You too.